What's up everyone, it's KK and today we have a video talking about the Exfil zone update for the upcoming wipe. Now we officially have a wipe date which is going to be September 4th, okay? That is about 2 weeks and a couple of days or so away, which is not very long. And we also have the pre-wipe event which is starting August 23rd, alright? Now as far as I've seen through here, they didn't say too much about what this pre-wipe event is going to have, but let's go through a little bit here. I'm not going to read through everything, just skim through a little bit because I know we've seen pretty much a lot of what they're already talking about here, and they're also going to show a little preview of what the map Smuggling Tunnel is going to look like. So I'm going to show that in a little bit here, but let's go through here for a little bit. Of course, they're talking about the gunsmith system, and I know like this gunsmith system is going to change everything for this game. The replayability is going to go up, customization is going to go up, all the weapons you thought weren't going to be usable before, they're going to be usable now, which this game has actually done a pretty good job with making most of the weapons pretty usable. So that's going to be really nice. New deployment zone, Smuggling Tunnel. Now they did show a preview of this, as I said. I'm going to go ahead and show that a little bit, but one thing that really caught my mind here, or caught my interest, was this right here, the expanded missions and challenges. It says we're cranking up the missions count and new objectives that push our creativity and the combat our prowess, from photo taking tasks to specific loadout kills. Expect over 50% more missions to keep you grinding. I was saying before, with the new map added to the game, that means a lot more tasks are going to be added too, and they're saying 50% more tasks. So as this game progresses on, we're gonna get to Tarkov lengths of progression. It's gonna start taking players a whole month to get max traders, instead of a day or 2 days or 3 days. I'm pretty sure right now you can probably max out your traders in like a solid 3 days, if you really wanted to. So with the 50% more missions, I'm sure it's going to prolong it out a little longer. It's definitely going to make the game a lot more of a grind, which is really nice. Scrolling down here, they do say why this wipe matters, and they say this wipe is more of just a reset, than a wipe, which makes a lot more sense. I'm assuming this wipe here is basically like, people are saying like Tarkov isn't completely done yet. Tarkov is still waiting for 1.0 release. I think this game is still kind of in the same thing, like this is only alpha right now, so we're still waiting for that 1.0 full release for this game, and I think that's what they're mainly focusing on. And then once they get that fully rolled out, we'll start having wipes where we're getting constant quality of life updates, or updates every other week or so, just with small things. But for now, we'll probably get longer, prolonged updates that'll come out every wipe or so, I guess, until the game is fully fledged and ready. But we'll see how long that takes. And then here, the pre-wipe event, August 23rd. It just says expect wild surprises, exclusive rewards, a chance to flex your skills. So there's not really too much what they're saying here, but it does sound like it's going to be good. And then of course, Battle Royale is actually getting some stuff too here, and from what it looks like, it's just some new POIs. So they have some new locations here for the Battle Royale players. I know the Battle Royale players are always in the Discord, always on Twitter complaining. They're like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? We're not getting anything here, but it looks like you guys are finally getting something, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I definitely couldn't go any wrong here. I don't think you can go wrong, with more POIs. This has some core gameplay updates, but let me just go ahead and get into actual Smuggling Tunnel. They actually had a preview here showing a little bit of it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let it play for a bit here.
Up on September 4th, and the pre-wipe event will start on the weekend of August 23rd. Smuggler's Tunnel is here. Is this the most anticipated and complicated map Showdown has ever released? The earlier Showdown maps were just remasters of old layouts, but this new map is crafted specifically for Unreal 5. First, the underground forms the base of the entire facility with our complex industrial system, keeping the tunnel running smoothly. You have to be careful of its presence here. The first level is the Smuggler's Dock, dedicated to transporting goods for illegal sale, so it not only holds abundant resources, but also plenty of guards. The second level is where the smugglers rest. The mess hall, beds, toilets, and warehouses are all clustered there. Of course, the Smuggler's Tunnel isn't limited to these areas. Bigger secrets lie inside. Be careful not to become that guy's test subject. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll slowly reveal updates about graphic upgrades, revamping the old map, and various gunsmithing gameplay ideas, all in our videos. Stay tuned.
So first thing I want to point out here, this map looks very similar to Metro, at least layout wise. There's like, it's showed 3 different floors, so it's 3 different levels in the close quarters combat map, which I'm not too worried about. I didn't really want another Metro similar map, but this one does seem like a little more wide open, like maybe it can hold a lot more players than Metro does, so maybe it'll feel a lot more fluent than Metro does, not just like just straight PvP heavy. Not that that's a problem as PvP heavy, but we'll see how they do it. It looks a little bit like Factory from Tarkov also. One thing I wanted to point out was here, I was hovering my mouse over, is that it seems like a lot of people I've seen have been requesting, like some type of holster for your weapon, like a sling, like an in-game sling. I see here they have the magnetic line here that's attaching to the waist. I'm not sure how this is gonna work out. I know the Battle Royale has this feature where the weapon automatically attaches to your waist. I'm not sure if they're dragging that over to Exfil zone. It would be kind of weird because your weapon should be able to drop, but I'm not sure where they're going with that. Maybe your weapon is now going to be able to stick to you. We'll see. As you can see here, this AK in the background also is maybe an AKM with some gunsmithing to it. I see it has a rail on it. It looked like an AK-545 to me, but at the same time, it's using 7.6239 mag, so not really sure. But it's definitely a gunsmithed AK that we haven't seen before. But other than that, that's pretty much it. We're gonna have to wait a couple weeks here, so GG's, but when we get there, it will definitely be worth it, I'm sure. But that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video in any way, go ahead, hit the like button, hit up the comment section if you have any questions, hit subscribe if you want to see more content. I'll catch you guys later.